Hey fam, welcome back to yet another episode of the most amazing show in the world. Okay. I'm telling you.
Telling you.
Dude, what do you mean you're going to be like, okay, why you going to look at me? Okay. Come on. Dude, this is one of, how about that? Is that a more accurate statement? One of the most amazing shows in all of the world. Does that make you feel better?
Oh, would anybody like margaritas? You want a margarita?
Yeah, so this is I'm telling you, Chef Philly D.
Mr. Gemini.
Fact check, I clickety clack at JD.
There we
go. Love it.
I wish, like, dude, you know what I mean? Like, dude, Chef Philly D, like nothing crazy. Mr. Gemini, like, you know what I mean? She's over here just like inventing stuff, like wrapping it around, modifying.
Just let it go.
Dude, she's conjugating all sorts of things. Like, dude,
let it flow.
I'm a little jealous.
Let yourself go.
It's slow and low. That is the tempo. Yeah, we started off with Beastie Boys. That's beautiful. Yeah. Well, hey, if you want to, because if you're a first time listener, this is a 30-year conversation basically between friends of like amazingness. Let's be honest. That's what we're doing here, right?
Just hanging out, just going through all kinds of life's questions.
Yeah. And that's the thing is like, hey, if you have questions or if you listen to us and you want to have that conversation with us or extend anything, we want to do that.
I mean, we're not doctors.
I just all of a sudden got spies like us. Doctor. Yeah, glad I'm not sick. But yeah, no, we gotta do our little ITY, directionsmusic.org. We just got to put our plug in there because we want people to communicate.
Or if they want to hit you up directly, how would they do that?
Philly D at directionsmusic.org.
Or Gemini at directionsmusic.org.
Yeah. So if you want to hit up all three of us or individually, we got ours. But if you want to hit even JD's up, she's on ITY with us. Absolutely. If you think she's doing a great job, tell her so. If you want to give her that paragraph of awesomeness in like movie quotes, because that's what we do, that'd be dope too. You know what I mean? You can reach out.
Whatever. If you want to send cash.
If you would, you keep saying that. We can't do that. There's no advertisement. This is not what we do. Come on. See,
I just want some cash.
I just want some cash. We get on the corner and do that little thing I taught you.
Whoa.
Hey, you look pretty good in that one dress. I'm just saying.
Hey, now.
Hey, I'm just saying, somebody's got to pay my bills.
What? I don't even know what's going on.
Yeah, no, dude. I've said this many times. I'll say it again. First of all,
crack your Mars in there.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, that's how you know it's Chef Philly D. I'll be cracking beers. But I mean, like, dude,
cracking
the whole
some skulls.
Yeah, cracking some skulls. My whole thing with all of this, like, dude, and I've said many times, and I know you're gonna agree with me. The whole point of this has never been about money. This has always been about the conversation. It's always been because, like, dude,
No, it's not. It's definitely not about money.
Yeah, whether the microphones are on or not.
A shoebox full of 20s. That's all I'm saying.
Well, then get a side hustle, punk. What the hell? You laughing at, dude? Dude, bro, why do you think I do the way I do and live how I is? Because, dude, I'm at this place where it's
how
like,
is.
No, because, dude, you got to have several hustles. You can't have one thing. You can't have two. You got to diversify. That's what the rich people say over there.
Pouring beer. What are you doing?
I'm getting the head off. Because it's like room temp.
That's what she said.
It's a aged Marzen, so it foams a little bit. I gotta put a couple ice cubes just to chill it down because it's slightly.
That's why it's foaming up because you put ice cubes on it.
Well, yeah, but then it's gonna like drift down. Oh, it's gonna be delicious.
All right.
But yeah, no, dude, this has always been about the conversation, like for real. Like even when we first started this, because remember, this is what cracks me up. Like when I first attempted to talk you into doing this with me, it was all about the back and forth, like dad joke, comedy sketch kind of stuff that like we did, where I was like, yo, we need to record this because there's like a comedy duo. Like we could legit be comedians as a sketch duo.
Realized recently, like one of the reasons why the dad jokes flow so freely, I think has to do with where this all came from for me too, because growing up as a kid, when I started wanting to figure things out and I started asking questions about like, like kids do, like, why is the sky blue? Like all those kind
How
of
does posi traction work?
Yeah.
How's a rainbow happen?
How's that happen?
I always got to do that Joe Dirt.
that we'd have these conversations that would just meander. I mean, and sometimes it turns into storytelling, and sometimes it turns into a lesson learned.
I think it always, if you're Uguay,
it was those kind of conversations that.
If you're Uguay, it's always a lesson, right? Dude, that's Uguay, right? I love Master Uguay. That's the dopest turtle ever.
I don't know if I put my dad on Uguay status, but
your dad is not Uguay.
No,
dude. Neither is mine, so it's cool. You know what I mean? Like, no disrespect. That's
Sifu.
just for real.
Sifu.
Yeah, for real. I will absolutely up and down, left and right. Your dad, my dad, both Sifu level, like,
I'll give
masters.
my dad some Sifu, like trying to find Zen. I'm trying to find it. It's here somewhere. I know I left it.
No, dude, the scene where he's
right
like,
here.
he's at the pond where he's just like, enter peas. Will somebody stop it? And it's the freaking duck comes in because, the freaking the tiger's loose now or whatever. He's like, Master, oh my God. He's like freaking out. He's like, oh my God, this is terrible news.
Yeah, you got that whole scene, but.
Yeah, no, that's exactly where I went.
I'm trying to find it.
I don't inner pea in inner peas. It takes more because there's just all these other. Yeah, no, that's which honestly, like, all right, so like,
but that's where this came from. That's where the conversation. I mean, it's an age old thing, right? And it is something that was shared between me and my father.
Well, right, and our parents. I mean, at least for me, they also kind of taught that whole thing of like. So as I've gotten older and been a dad, I mean, I'm at the point now. My kid's about to graduate, right? Like for real. She's about to go to like college and stuff. I know I did it. I made a functioning human being. We're almost there. But it's growing up and having my parents, not even my dad, but like my mom, my dad, like my parents be like, oh, you'll understand when you get old. Like I always, as a kid, I hated that statement. Like, why can't you just talk to me now and try to explain it
because
so that when I get older,
you have to learn on your own.
Well, right. But at least give me a heads up enough instead of just being like, you know what, it's like.
That's the funny thing though, because like when I look back, I'm like, man, that's exactly what they told me. And I did the wrong thing anyway. Because that's the only way you can learn.
Well, it's the only way I can learn.
I mean, as a small child, somebody tells you something's hot. You have nothing to compare it to. What's that mean? It's hot. But when I say it's hot, I mean it's going to burn you. But if you've never experienced that before, you can reach out and touch it. And I guarantee that experience is going to outlast any other don't touch that because I said so.
No, I had to touch it like 3 or 4
Oh, you're saying not me. It once wasn't enough.
No. Apparently, I'm like.
So if I connect these two sides of the socket, then
I'm either like real stubborn or like real slow, or just pretty much a little bit of both.
I don't know what just happened there.
Moment of honesty. I'll be serious. No, that's No, I'm what the majority would call a slow learner. Pretty much. But yeah.
I just say 66 times.
Yeah, you have an excuse. Like, I mean, what do I got? I got nothing.
And mind you, I don't identify with that. I don't, because if I did, I would be a complete zombie.
I mean,
playing with blocks all day. Trying to put a square through a round hole.
Yo, what's wrong with blocks? Legos is dope. Erector sets is cool.
I never said there was anything wrong with that.
But I mean, you inferred.
I'm trying to
alluded to
put a square through.
There was an emphasis on a syllable.
There was no.
If it's small enough, they'll fit.
That's what she said.
Where's this going?
Oh, nowhere. Well, because we already talked about this, man. I got a fever of 103. I'm just,
Yeah.
Cat scratch feet. What's the other one? What's the oh man. Oh God, I can picture him. The Nugent. What's his like 9-minute track Doesn't he? Dude, yeah, look that up. Ted Nugent. He's got
Nugent.
Isn't that, it's like Cash
Famous
Fever?
9-minute track. Okay.
7 minutes, something like that. It's stupendously long.
Stupendously.
Yeah, it's like, it's noted as like one of those jukebox, get your money's worth pick because it's a good track and it's long as, I'm telling you.
Meatloaf had a couple there that were
Yeah,
like
exactly,
13
right?
minutes, I think.
Oh, yeah. There's a few of them. Dude, I guarantee you there's like,
Strange Hold?
there you go. Thank you.
What's that?
Say it again.
Strange Hold?
Strange Hold?
Yeah. It was in the, the soundtrack for, the Three Kids. Super bad.
Okay.
Yeah, it's in that. It was because I actually had the soundtrack. I bought the soundtrack. It was a dope soundtrack, man. There's plenty of good movies where like the movie's decent, soundtrack makes it.
Pulp Fiction.
Well, see, that's a movie where
Pulp
it's
Fiction
like
had a good soundtrack.
that's a movie that's already decent, so that when you add the appropriate soundtrack, it's like way doper now. You know what I mean? Superbad's like that too. Superbad's well done movie. Add the soundtrack on top, really dope. Like, you know what I mean?
It was in Dazed and Confused.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it wasn't quite a bit. I mean, dude, it's a pretty good fucking.
Yeah, it's a popular track from the time.
It's not even popular. It's just good.
It's just good, timeless.
Yeah. Well, this is going back to a time when you didn't have a lot of choices, and it was still really good, even when you do have choices. That's some good stuff.
Yeah, there was a lot of choices when I'm the era I'm thinking of. I mean, when you're talking Led Zeppelin, you know,
Yo, no, I'm gonna cut you off there.
what?
One reason only. You moshed to the Doors. Done. Conversation over. Yeah, no,
We're talking about one time.
one time. No. You openly admitted to. It sounded as if it was
Do
more
I look like
than.
a kind of guy that moshes anymore? Honestly,
We're not talking about now. We're talking about then.
exactly. You
No. There's no double speak
punishing
here.
me for like super past crimes or making assumptions about my intelligence because
But these are your
know,
formative years.
that's not
They
not
brought
cool,
to
bro.
where you're at now.
It's not cool.
I'm just giving context.
I'll give you context.
I'll give you context.
Take this glass over here and just.
No, you're not. Well, because there's Scotch. So if you wanted, like, that's what that glass is for. That's not. This is
Not for.
This is not Happy Gilmore where you're like, yo, I'm just looking for this bottle.
Oh, yeah,
there's some over
there.
here and some.
That down.
Yeah, no, that's not how this happens, bro.
I thought
No,
this isn't where I park my car.
is this not the tree of trust?
So
A needle pulling thread.
we were talking about just automatically making the assumption that it's aliens.
Yo, yeah, no, all right, cool. You know what? And see, this is what I love about the whole fact that we do multiple shows. Like, all right, so quick pin in alien conversation. The fact of when we first got into this, which took us like me too some odd years of talking you into this shit, which
Or
was
at
not
least.
even this. Well, no, because like, dude, for real, like it was originally let's record our conversations so that we can build a comedy sketch duo thing out of it where we could legit just go to a club and just do this thing where it's like you and me hanging out.
Did you really think that's what was going to happen, or
Honestly, yeah. Yeah, no, I envision that shit because I still think like, all right, so if you and I, like for real, like doing this and all of a sudden people are like, yo, we want you to come give like presentation or something. I see you and I very much doing like
voices and all kinds of stuff?
well, I see you and I doing like a Cheech and Chong stage kind of a thing. Like that's very much because I mean they're very intelligent. There's a great give and receive, like the way they flow back and forth, very, very positive, very funny, very like right to the moment, like you know what I mean? So yeah, I definitely saw us doing more of that sketch comedy aspect. Lo and behold, it just turned into these conversations that we've been having. And it's like, well, I mean, you know, that seems to be the more honest, open, raw
I don't like it
component.
to really feel like it's anything. That you tune in, you're never really going to get a no for what to expect next. That it's
Because we don't dude, this isn't planned. You can't write this shit.
and that, sketch and no sketch, sometimes it'll just sound like I'm saying a quote, but I'm just saying something.
You sound very quotable.
All dramatic and whatnot.
Yeah, no. So I want to celebrate.
What's with the drama?
So I want to celebrate the fact of we do this. I appreciate you. I appreciate our listeners. Like, dude, any and all of this
I
is like a
appreciate
blessing.
JD and what she brings to the fam.
He
I
like,
appreciate the both of you for allowing me to come on this ride with you.
dude, well, and that's the thing I feel about us is like, yo, if you're gonna join us, like,
Join us.
you know, the club.
The nighttime is the right time.
Nighttime is the right. Oh. No, like, because I mean, I don't feel like we're any
More
different.
Scotch.
I don't feel like we're any different than anybody else. It's just the fact that we actually vocalize and are willing to be held accountable for our wrongdoings, whether it's being a misspoken statement, a misinformed statement, or any and all things, whether it's an action or something verbalized, or like we're willing to be like, hey, we had fault. This is where we grew. Like, so we're willing to do that kind of stuff. So, I mean, in all honesty, we're like everybody else. We're in our heads. We think about stuff. We ponder things. We want to be about the drink the scotch, bro. That's what it's there for.
You
know what I mean? Like-
you see me reaching.
Yeah, like we all are the same. We all want our families to be well. We want our community to be well. Like we want all of us to be able to exist and function and make day to day and just be able to enjoy it. Like we all want that, right? Like none of us disagree with that. That's a beautiful thing. 15-year-old Scotch is good. But, and we kind of get lost in this, like, how you going to do it, I'm going to do it. And it's like, dude, but we're all just trying to be us. And it's like, that's what we do here is we see each other for us and we celebrate that. And it's like, to be a part of this, you pretty much that's it. Like, you just got to be willing to accept yourself. And in doing so, you typically accept others.
Roll, I'm going to give it to you. With no trivia. We're like cocaine straight from Bolivia.
Yeah, dude.
A hip talk will rock and shock the nation. All right, I'm done.
No, you're not.
More scotch.
This is he's not done. We all know this. I'm
going to sip my soda.
When he's quiet, it's because he's building. Dude, as soon as you say,
Over here like shadow boxes.
see, dude, the more times than not, as soon as you say, oh, I'm done, I'm going to turn the mic over. You all of a sudden.
It's going to be an early night tonight.
It's going. Apparently,
bam.
it sounds like it's going to be a good night tonight. Is what it is.
I don't know. I make no judgments.
See, that's like double negative. No, in judgments. I only
Judgment
accept.
is not a negative.
It is. You're judging.
No, I make no judgment. Wow.
See, that's what I'm saying. I only accept. Right? Think about it.
Nitpicky with the words and such.
Nah, dude. But see, this is where like our one dude will tear your argument apart, whether it's like sound logic or not, because of the vernacular you use, right? I'm legit only going to be like, yo, say the same thing. Say exactly what you're saying. However, so I'm not disregarding your statement. All I'm saying is
not think about the negative.
That was very melodic. That was a great melody. That was a beautiful thing. You gonna
try sometimes.
You just might find you get what you need.
I don't know where I was going with that.
Is this like the musical episode? Is this what this is?
Maybe it is. Like I said, I'm not trying to label or judge.
I'm only trying to understand and appreciate.
It's a conversational style.
I just got this stupid bartender in FICA. I can neither confirm nor. Oh no, he's not a bartender. He's the dryer, the dry cleaner.
That sounds like some of the stuff.
Yeah, the disclaimeria. I can neither confirm nor if I knew about said. Could I tell you of such? You're an idiot. He just walks out.
There was never actually a full sentence completed there.
No, there was a lot of commas, ellipses. Oh, yeah. That was a horrible paragraph.
Many
But he sold it.
ellipses.
He sold it though.
There was a plethora of ellipses.
Did you say I have a plethora of pinatas?
There was a plethora of pinatas.
Oh, see, Hefe, you have a plethora. Do you know what a plethora is? No, Hefe, I do not know. He's like, then why would you say I have a plethora? You don't know what is this?
Where do I put the badgers?
Badgers? Badgers? I don't even know stinking badgers. I do love me some Weird Al, man. I'll be honest.
I've been referencing that a couple times now lately.
With the Badgers?
No, just that movie.
Oh, what? I mean, yeah, this is true.
What's in the box?
Yeah,
It's always what's in.
Yeah,
You are so stupid.
yeah, but see, what's in the box is 7. When at the end of the movie, where he's,
That's what you were. Yeah.
well, but that's the typical is when
That's
you
what
hear the
made me-
statement of what's in the box.
It was that 5 minutes that just made me hate that movie. Like I walked out of there mad the first time I saw that movie. I was like, oh, that's just me. I get really into my movies. What can I say? I was so disappointed that was it the last 2 or the last 3 were all on him and his decision. And I was like, oh, dude, that's such a bring it home right up the gold ass, kind of.
I wouldn't.
I was pissed, man.
See, you're gonna have to go. This is gonna be like semantics on this, I guess, in a sense, because it's if not him, then it would have been somebody.
It couldn't have finished in a different way. I get that. But
Well, so I mean, long story short is if he was somebody who was not, because I mean, like the 7 deadly sins shows obsessiveness, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's, between like gluttony and greed and, so it's all about having more.
compulsive behaviors. Yeah.
So had he not been, because as a detective, like, dude, you don't have to be on the case 24/7, but if you're trying to crack something, you got to, the first 48 kind of shit, like, you're gonna have to get into it. But so yeah, had he been more watchful at home, more in contact, had he had that kind of a balance. So I mean, the movie 7 was almost like the movie Saw, but it was way better done. Like way better.
I haven't seen that movie in quite some time.
What, Saw?
No, 7. Saw was okay.
Did you see Saw?
That was happening
I
all
want to
over
go
the
up and
place.
down.
Yes,
you
I
see
did
Saw?
see Saw. I saw Saw several times, in fact.
Did you see Saw? Or
Do
See
you
Saw
love
3?
me?
Saw 16?
66 times in the head.
6. Yes, exactly. And in sounds like you're gonna sneeze. In the head.
That was a delightful coffee. I made us great coffee on break after we did Green Room and got in here. It was
Local coffee, in fact.
dude, you know what? I'm all about local, especially if it's good, right? Dude, mom and pop, right around the corner, give a crap, has skin in the game. You know what I mean? Like people who you can sit down and have breakfast with, like people of the community. We need to be supporting each other. I can agree to that, man. And again, especially if it's good. And it just so happens like this is not even like the best coffee in the area. Dude, it's just really good coffee. Like
It's just good, yeah.
They give a crap. They really know what they're doing. They're small enough and they're like totally cool with where they're at. And like, they don't need to massively grow. They're just like, nah, man, we're good. They got like a nice little, they actually have a little spot that's like a general store. Like it's legit like that. Like it's old school stuff where it's got the screen door
really
with the
cute.
slats and stuff. Oh yeah. You like open it and it's like, and you there's grandma behind the counter. Yeah, I mean, she's not actually
And they
like
have-
the grandma. It's just an older woman, but still, there's an abuelita, man. You know what I mean? I feel at home when I'm there.
And they have the common sense meter out front, which is like a stone on a string. Like, if it's wet, it's raining. If it's flailing around, it's windy.
I mean, kind of, yeah.
How's your drink?
Oh, it's icy cold.
It's on ice.
I mean, it's a Marzen.
Is that normal to drink a Marzen with ice?
No, I wanted it cold.
Okay.
Well, I had the coffee, and so the coffee was hot. So now it's like, I want a balance.
I just didn't know if that was a thing or not.
No, well, because it was
I would never consider putting ice in my beer.
Well, it's one, I'm not trying to consume as much alcohol. So when I can, I do attempt to put ice in my drinks and take a while to drink them so that I'm actually like diluting it a little bit. So it's forcing me to already be drinking more water on comparison. So it's just that little extra I can do. Plus then, you're taking up that volume. So you have to make the physical drink smaller. I'm talking like a mixed drink or something, of course, but you have to make the drink smaller to fit it in the glass because there's all that ice in there. So you're consuming less alcohol, but then you're also diluting it down. So that's kind of how I'm looking at it.
Oh, that ice. There was a lot of ice in there.
Well, this one was more of one, I'm in the habit of putting ice on it, but it was also the beer was probably like mid 60s, so like room temp, not cellar temp. So I threw a couple of cubes at it just because I wanted to, just take it down a little bit, not a lot.
Take it down a notch.
Yeah, I'm not trying to dilute it. I'm just trying to, I want like a cellar temp on it, especially being a Mars.
If you drink the whole can, are you really drinking less?
No. That's why I was saying I'm speaking more of like mixed drinks as I was making that statement. On this one, it's literally I'm consuming more water than I normally would because I still have water on the side, but I'm also, as I'm drinking, this beer, I'm going to have some more water with it. I'm just consuming more water. Just a good way to,
Meanwhile, I'm just drinking Scotch. Scotch.
Yeah, right. Well, because typically my thing is I wouldn't be drinking the beer. I mean, for like our other show, I'll do it because it's like, me. It's what I do. Philly D drinks a beer, but outside of that, I'm really not, trying to drink. And when I do, I'm usually drinking more of like a liquor. Typically, tequila. That's my thing. But that's why I'm like, so typically that's my capacity is I'm doing a mixed drink, or I'm drinking my tequila straight up. I'm going to put some ice in there because then again, I'm not going to be able to put as much in it because there's already ice in there because I'm not going to pour it thicker. I'm still going to pour the same height on it in my glass. So I'm literally going to consume less alcohol and it's going to be diluted too. So yeah, I'm not saying this was going to work for anybody else. This is just what I do. This is how my brain works. So,
To each his own, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. No, I'm just, this is me. That's how I do. That's how I get down.
I mean, not all beers I think would work that well with ice on them. But.
Some would be absolutely horrible pieces of crap, probably. Yeah, I mean, again, I only put like what? There's like six ice cubes in there. That's a big.
I'm thinking like a shandy.
That's a pint. You know what I mean?
One? Like a pale ale mixed with a lemonade.
You're a shandy mixed with a pint of.
What? Why don't you just put? Why you got it?
Listen here, Uncle Buck.
Can I just? Why don't we just?
Me and the kid just watched this the other week. Dude, come on, man. This is a John Hughes household, right? Like, legit, I swear to God, did not influence this whatsoever because my kid didn't even see Breakfast Club until she was like, oh, man, I want to say 12 or 13. You know what I mean? Like, and I wasn't going to push it on her. I wasn't going to introduce her to John Hughes until I felt that she was ready because I always tell her like what movies they are. Cause she sees my collection. So I'm always telling her what's what. And like, we have conversations. Like we've always been great on communication. Never force anything, leave everything open for all life experience. Don't censor that kind of stuff. Like she's allowed to experience whatever she wants as long as she understands the boundaries, the way like society looks at it, like all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Like I'm there as a guide and expectations. I'm there to nurture and let her grow. So never push anything. So it's not until she comes to me and she's just like, all right, cool. I want to watch Breakfast Club. All right, cool. I think she was probably like, like late 12, almost 13, or just after 13. So she's like that typical teenager. But she came to me and was like, yo, I want to watch this.
She does not like Kung Fu.
No, she does not. It's not that she doesn't like it.
I don't know why that's such a disappointment for me, but I don't know.
She doesn't enjoy action. So she's not an action movie. So it's not the fact that it's Kung Fu. No, well, she doesn't like subtitles either.
True Kung Fu, where, you can actually...
If it's an action movie with subtitles, not into it. Not going to happen, bro.
There's a lot of good ones that don't, or that,
But then if they don't sync right because it's like bad dubbing, she's dude, been there, done that.
Yeah,
that's what gets me.
So, sometimes that's what makes it. It's like the funny aspect of it, because
dude. I mean, it is what it is, right?
It's so over the top at times, like with the lines and stuff, and the way it's. I don't know. I always been a fan of Kung Fu.
I did.
I don't get explained it to you growing up.
I don't preach to the choir here, bro.
Kung Fu theater in the afternoon, right? Is that Sundays?
Oh yeah, Sundays was definitely Kung Fu. Yeah, because Saturday morning was cartoons, Sunday morning was Kung Fu, and then Elvira's like horror hour. Or horror afternoon, I should say.
I seem to remember like a Kung Fu afternoon too. It was like some kind of double feature in the afternoon.
I mean, I feel like as we got older, like growing up in Cali, I'm talking like 9, 10, 11, 12 years old and stuff. Yeah, I only had Kung Fu morning where it was like 2 back-to-backs. Because they would do the full movie with like pretty much no commercials because it's on the UHF channel. And like it's early morning Sunday, yeah. So they were just like, so you got 3 hours, but it was 2 different Kung Fu movies. So, but yeah, so anyway, so it's not until she comes to me and is like, hey, I want to watch like, Breakfast Club and all that kind of stuff where we finally do. And I introduce her to, that deeper side of thinking about stuff, and so it's like, that's, being at that kind of a place is like where things kind of like start changing. You know what I mean? Like, and it doesn't matter what your age is.
Well, like kind of like we do, where, you're kind of getting into like the Tao of Breakfast Club, or, the purpose behind a lot of these things was to try and express, a culture that was kind of the current youth at the time. And and not just one aspect of it.
It was almost like a raw documentary. Like, that's what I said is like, dude, the Breakfast Club is like the real world, the fact that it's supposed to be like real world, but it's kind of scripted. Dude, that's what it was. It's supposed to be as like a real depiction or expectation of like, like raw. So it's like almost like it should have been a documentary, but yeah, no, dude. So when she, when I introduced her to that stuff, like, dude, she's still like, Breakfast Club is her number one movie. That's what I said, dude, this is a John Hughes household, man. As soon as she got introduced to like John Hughes, because then it was like 16 Candles and Weird Science and Uncle Buck and Great Outdoors.
I haven't seen Princess Bride in a while. I got to see that.
That's not John Hughes, bro. I'm not discrediting it.
But I'm saying with movies that I grew up with, there was definitely much more around than.
Oh yeah, man. Agreed.
I just watched The Neverending Story again recently.
Oh, that's so beautiful. I do love me The Neverending Story.
And its quirkiness now with the...
Falcor!
Falcor's
dude,
awesome.
I want a wish dragon.
Falcor kind of reminds me of my dog, actually.
Oh,
God. Oh, it's so cute.
Dude, your dog is not cute. Your dog is dumb. That's not adorable. It's annoying.
Not dumb.
A little bit.
Cute.
Come on.
I think it's...
That's just a nice way of saying dumb. Oh, your dog is so cute.
I think it's just an act. It's like, the smart blonde girl that knows everybody likes the dumb blonde girl. So she just plays it up.
I don't know any of those kind of people.
Wow, okay.
You're lying. This is unicorn.
This doesn't exist.
Prove it. Where's the numbers?
It does. I've seen it happen.
I want to see the numbers on this.
There's no numbers.
You're lying. That's what I'm saying. If there ain't no numbers, and there ain't no
Why do I
data,
have to be lying?
Because then you obviously ain't telling the truth if you can't back it up.
No, that's not what that means.
That is to me.
That means my experience was.
But see, there's the difference between my experience and the truth is. See, this sounds
What
more
is
like
truth? What is
this sounds more like a what had happened was.
That's exactly what this is. This is anecdotal.
Yeah, exactly. That's not data. It's not empirical data.
I never said empirical. See, now you're putting words in my mouth.
No, I'm asking for empirical, and you can't provide this.
Dude, I can't. There's no Bigfoot. I'm sorry.
Dude, Bigfoot does not exist. I'm sorry. There's no scat. There's no bones. There's no like nest. They ain't got pottery. Look at all the simulations and stuff.
We would have found something.
Dude, Sasquatch ain't real. The Yeti, however.
That's for real.
I can't. I'm sorry.
Don't even talk about the Yeti.
Oh, that was funny. Well, it's because it's cold outside, so you can't find no poop. Because by the time you come out and it's warm, it's already gone back into the ground.
Man,
It's too easy to explain away Yetis.
You're just gonna wipe that on your shirt, huh? Oh man. It's cold out here. It's gonna freeze up. You're gonna cut yourself on it later.
Oh my God! I'm sorry.
What's the movie?
Golden Child.
There you go.
Yeah, it's the little Chinese dude. Yeah, he played Egg Foo in Big Trouble in Little China.
Yes.
Yeah, he did Egg Foo's tour bus.
Yep. Same dude.
Yeah, everybody called him Egg. Dude, I love that guy. What is that? 6 demon bag. Oh, yeah, it sounds pretty good. Guess that's gonna come in handy there. 6 demon bag. That's what this guy has. And he's got some spirit cocktail that makes you feel invincible.
I just kept thinking that was the Eddie Murphy one, Golden Child. How many people made it through this anyway? None.
No, I think he says if you do it, you'd be the first or something. Oh no, what? Oh,
it's like, what you mean none?
Yeah, right. See, this is where we need to. Oh man, we got to get you that control, JD. I'm telling you, you got to like remote. So then we can have secondary screens and you can just start pulling the stuff up for us.
Water.
I don't Monty Hall.
There's a ground.
Dude, I'll tell you what, man. Yeah, of course. Dude, I actually just watched Golden Child not that long ago. Within the past year, for real.
Past year, not like the past couple months.
Dude, like within like the past 11 to 12 months. I mean, probably like 9 or 10. I want to say probably close to like 9 or 10. Yeah, it was definitely within.
Definitely.
Yeah, no, it was less than a year for sure. Because I mean, I get into my spots because like, dude, I don't watch TV and all that kind of stuff, like, but I still like to sit down and watch TV, right?
We were talking about that one of the last times. We were talking about watching all like old shows. Remember, you were listing off a bunch. We went through like all the old, man, like My Three Sons and everything.
Yeah, no, she read off the Nick at Night.
The entire playlist, basically. Yeah.
Pretty much.
Like she opened up a TV guide and she's like, dude, I feel like you're just reading something right now. She's just like, My Three Sons, Bewitched. It's like, hold on.
Leave It to Beaver, Lassie, like the whole nine.
They're good shows.
Oh, we agree with this, but it just, you were just like spitting it out too succinctly.
Island.
That it felt almost categorized as if it was the Nick at Night playlist. So, I mean, I feel like you might have been reading from a TV guide. Is that what you did? Did you pull up a TV guide from back in the day and you just started like, you're going to need to take a test.
She found one of these streaming services that plays all this stuff and she just watched it like crazy.
You don't sleep much, do you?
I mean, I've been watching these shows for decades.
Well, I mean,
there's a comfort to that. You know
can just watch it. This is not like a weekend binge watch show. I mean, most of these shows were like seasons.
It's like comfort food.
Just comfort TV.
Yeah.
Comfort TV. Like, like.
And
My dad's done the same thing that I do now.
And you
Like,
even-
I find a good show and I watch it a couple times over. Like I watch all the
agreed.
seasons, and
That's what I'm saying. I don't watch TV anymore. I
dad
watch
was,
like reruns of stuff.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer was just huge.
Your dad's a perv.
Yeah. That's his.
It was actually a really
That's
well
his
written show.
favorite.
I just say, dude, he's
I enjoyed it when it was on.
Yeah, she's very cute. You know,
yeah, you're a girl. You're allowed, and it's appreciated. And when old dudes do it, it's creepy. So say your dad's a perv.
What's old now?
Anything older
That's the
than
problem.
me.
You got to be really careful what you say because it's on a sliding scale. That's not exactly a.
Oh, old is always older than me. Yeah.
So it's not creepy when you do it.
Yeah, I'm never going to be a dirty old man. I'm just going to be a dirty man. It's cool. I'm going to keep pushing the old off forever.
This is like a pot kettle kind of thing. I'm not really sure what's going on here.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, no. I'm okay with it.
But when you go back now and watch them on streaming devices, you actually find certain spin-offs that you didn't know. So I'm finding certain things like,
You didn't
Obviously,
know
what's
because
the
you
Golden
weren't
Girls?
around then.
no, but certain ones that weren't as popular, like, so the Golden Girls, they had a spin-off called Golden Palace, where Dorothy left the house and then they buy a hotel, and then the whole story is about that.
Yeah.
Don Cheadle and Cheech is in. I mean, Chong is in. Cheech is in it.
There's Tommy Chong and Cheech Marin.
I know. I had to remember which one. I had to go think about their first names to remember which one's which last
So
name.
Tommy Chong is the tall guy with the beard. Cheech Marin is the shorter,
Correct. It was Cheech.
like Lo Ojivato, basically. Yeah, incorrect. Yeah, Golden Palace.
Even All in the
study at the
Family,
Golden
there was
Palace?
a spin-off
Oh, sorry.
called Archie's Place.
Yes, correct. Well, yeah, because all right. So, what were the spin-offs of Happy Days? Joni Loves Chachi,
Mork and Mindy,
Mork and Mindy,
Joni Loves Chachi.
and then Chachi and Joni get married or whatever. What's that one?
Now you've lost me.
Because there was
Well,
a second
yeah.
one.
All that much, but
No, there's a second one for Joni and Chachi. I'm telling you, there's three of them.
I believe you. But
Yeah, but it was probably like a special, not like a whole series.
I mean, whether it's a season or two, doesn't matter. It's still an additional spinoff. But yeah, there was three.
Well, I
from,
mean, it could have been like a 1 hour episode versus
No.
multiple.
you better remember the greatest
Look it
American
up.
hero.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Do you remember the greatest American hero?
Oh, yeah. Laverne and Shirley was a spinoff
Yeah,
of
there was-
Happy Days.
there
Yes.
was-
Yes,
there
it
was also Squiggy and
They were part of Laverne and Shirley.
no, they
Lenny
had
and
their own
Squiggy.
show after that.
Lenny and Squiggy for a short time, I think.
Yeah, I think they had like a season and a half or a half season or so. It did not do well. But yeah, there was when Laverne and Shirley was over, then it was Lenny and
Just end up on the
Squiggy.
Newhart show later on.
Yeah, because I want to say that was like 84 or something, 85. early 80s. It was a ways to go.
The ways to go.
But yeah, no. Dude, so wait, what were all the spin-offs of Happy Days? Yeah, look that up.
They're a
Trying
whole.
to find the complete list.
And how can we not talk about Happy Days more? Come on, man. The Fonz,
I'm talking about Three's Company, man. I used to love that.
Three's Company. Dude.
Jack Trevor.
So when I was a kid, right?
Such a good show.
Yo, for real, this is not a joke. I was so censored that I wasn't even allowed to watch Three's Company. Because the basis of the show is a man pretending to be homosexual staying with two females when in actuality it's a heterosexual male staying with two very young females. So the idea back then was like, whoa, they're not married and there's 3 of them. They all live together. It's like,
I wouldn't be
what the-
surprised if they all smoked marijuana cigarettes.
Right? It was very like propaganda-ish in that sense. So the fact that I'm being censored, and I like go back and watch the show now, and I'm just like, for really? Dude, this shit's just hilarious. Like having this idea in this context is what made those jokes funny. Dude, it was never celebrating or promoting the idea. It was just context.
Don Knotts was just
Dude, Don Knotts, man.
Mr. Furley.
Dude, with the incredible Mr. Lippitz.
Yeah, no, it was Mr. Furley though, right?
Well, yeah. I always think of him as the freaking talking dolphin. That was a good movie.
Yeah, that kind of sticks with you.
Yeah. What's it, Mr. Lippitz? Lippis?
We'll have to look this one up. I can't remember the name of it. The Incredible Mr. Limpet.
Limpis?
Look that one up.
Limpet.
The Incredible Mr. Limpet, I think.
Right? I think I was correct the first time. I feel like, dude, I've seen that movie so many times when I was a kid.
Where he turns into a fish and it's like part cartoon and part real.
He's animated, but the movie is like actual.
Yeah. Yep, that's on my watch list right now.
Yeah, what is it called?
Limpet, The Incredible Mr.
Limpet. I was right the first time,
The Incredible Mr. Limpet.
Yeah, I know. When I think of Don, that's what I think of, man. Freaking dolphin.
Talk about
You don't think of
odd movies I ain't seen in a long time.
Andy Griffith with Don Knotts?
Oh, I mean, I do eventually, but I identify more with the dolphin movie because it was the first animated, like
It left a mark on it.
Yeah, it was. So I mean, it was a live action, but it was also with animation. So I mean, as far as production goes, like that was like, holy crap! How do they do that?
No, it was a lot of fun. I remember.
Do you remember Bed Knobs and
Pete's Dragon?
Broomsticks?
Remember?
Hell yeah, bed knobs and broomsticks.
No, remember Pete's Dragon? It was like the same kind of thing where it was like a mashup between
What was this?
Pete's Dragon.
Pete's.
You don't remember Pete's Dragon?
Why is this?
It's like old school Disney, like
Peter?
way old school Disney.
Oh, right.
Like live action, but it was like live action and cartoon.
Well, yeah, because it was a bedtime story originally, wasn't it? Because it was like Puff the Magic Dragon,
It was
but
like nobody believed this kid had this, 12-foot dragon as a best friend, and
didn't the dragon like live in a cave or something?
it was invisible, and he was the only one that could see it.
I'm gonna need visual reference on this shit.
Just look it up. Pete's Dragon.
No, this is what dude, I ain't gotta look up shit. This is what she's for.
Okay. Well,
so you shouldn't look at
You
me and
just want
say
the
that.
picture of the...
See, there you go. So you gotta. You need to.
you need it with the words. I'm fine. I know what Pete's Dragon is. I got no issues.
You're becoming a pain in my ass. What it does, I know that's just true. That you're becoming. That's hilarious. You are a pain in my ass. I mean,
Ring a bell at all?
This
goofy looking dragon.
I feel like I need to see the.
To see it's.
Yeah, I'll have to. Yeah, I'm not disagreeing. Pretty sure, probably. I mean, I watched most of that stuff back then.
Who's in it?
Here you go.
Mickey Rooney.
Here you go. I don't know. What does this mean?
That's a cover art for the.
Oh yeah, I know that dragon.
Big goofy looking.
Name that dragon. That's Pete. That's Pete's dragon.
It's Pete's Dragon. That's him.
Yeah, that's like yeah. So it's like Puff the Magic Dragon, but like
Kinda. Yeah. There's, I guess, kind of a similarity.
well, because I mean, Puff the Magic Dragon lived by the sea
And frolicked in the autumn mist.
and I feel like
Called Hadanli.
I feel like
That's what happened. No, I mean, that was a real thing.
you're a real thing.
I know.
I mean, sometimes. How's that Scotch treating you there, big
Okay.
fella? Well, oh my gosh, you got to be like time out or some shit. You got to like you button hook me.
Happy Days spinoff.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, here we are. Okay.
Yeah, Mork and Mindy.
7.
7.
So there were 7.
Oh.
Laverne and Shirley's,
Yeah, I guess because there's more. after the-
Blansky's Beauties, Mork and Mindy,
Right.
Out of the Blue,
No.
Joni Loves Chachi,
Yes.
The Fonz and the Happy Days Gang,
Yes.
which was animated,
You don't remember? Oh, yeah.
and
that
then
was like Saturday
Laverne
night.
and
That was-
Shirley with the Fonz.
Yeah.
Huh.
That was also animated.
Yeah, because that was that was like the Saturday morning. Like that was the crossover. Because I remember watching it. I was like, hey, I watched this with my parents. I remember this show.
I think I skipped over some of that stuff apparently. But then I remember other things. Like, I
66,
remember watching
66 times in the head. So
You know,
it's
like-
not, you literally,
I
your
just
brain literally deleted it.
I remember Lassie. I remember Donna Reed. I remember My Three Sons. What's all the other shit I used to watch?
Flipper, King of the Sea.
I feel like kids just don't get it these days. everything's on demand. That's what cracks me up. Like it's so weird when I think about how it used to be growing up. Where like if it was on, like you watch it now or you record it. There's no other option.
So
it may not be on again for another year.
I was watching this this video earlier where somebody was trying to explain the difference in technology of now in comparison into like, the back in the 80s. And it's like, all right, so think about this.
If you missed Doogie Howser when it was on and you didn't have someone record it, sorry.
Well, yeah, this person's basically like trying to explain that it's like, all right, so think about this.
Family Ties, whatever.
You not only is your selection limited as to what you get to watch, but whatever it is you're watching it at the same time as everybody else, which means that you only get choices of what's being allowed to you other than you just being able to pick what you want whenever you want. You literally have to watch what everyone else is watching when everyone else is watching it, and you only get choices within that. And it's just like, holy crap, that sounds really horrible. It's like, yeah, in comparison to today, that was like
but
crappy
that was
TV.
awesome when you think
We
about it.
had the best shows.
And you didn't have to pay for any service. It wasn't until HBO came along that you had to pay for a separate service for your TV.
Yes, well, that's what started like the
Home
cable.
box office is what started it, and then it was like a precursor to cable.
Yeah, basically.
But before that, it was like as long as you had something with an antenna.
Free TV is always going to be for me. I love free TV. It's beautiful.
And you'd sit there with your Swanson TV dinner.
Swanson TV.
That took 45 to 50 minutes to cook. And it had
Because microwave sucked
foil
back
top.
then. You had to poke it, otherwise it would
No,
like...
this was like pre-microwave. Like you had to put this shit
in the oven.
Poke holes in the foil top over the dessert so it doesn't explode in the container. Oh, remember all this stuff?
I'm trying to forget it still, but yeah.
Or later on, it was peel the plastic off to the dessert.
The idea, right? Oh, Jesus.
I like to remind myself of things like that. Like now you can cook a hungry man in what?
A hungry man.
You can cook a hungry man dinner, right? In your microwave for like, I don't know, what does it take? Like 7-8 minutes?
Nah, it's like 3.5, 5 and
All
a
right.
quarter.
Maybe I'm burning my shit. I don't know. But,
Well, no, it depends on the power of your microwave.
well, that is true. But
The larger the microwave,
point being, you used to have to preheat your oven and put it in there at 350 or 375.
nah,
for
dude,
like,
I'm gonna give you a quick tip. I'm gonna give you this is the best tip ever. Anything of those kind of stuff where it's just like, oh, put it in when it's frozen. No. Put it in when it's heating up. It'll take less time because you don't have to wait for the preheat. And then you get...
well, either way, I'm just saying it.
No, it works with frozen pizzas. It works with frozen dinners, like any of that stuff. Because
Just
then you
throw
get...
it in right away. Yeah.
Well, yeah, because you get
see what you're
the
gonna-
inside gets slower temperature, right? Like it comes off the tin much slower because it's like deeper inside of it. So the inside kind of gets this like not fully cooked, almost still kind of like softness. That's why I'm like, do frozen pizzas, any of that stuff. But the outside gets a nice little crispness to it. So it's like, well, all that cheese or bread or pasta or whatever, like, so you get like some real nice texture vibe with it, dude. Pizzas, lasagnas, like, dude, your turkey with all of it.
We just got off on a whole food conversation. What's going on? I don't even.
Well, because the show's almost over.
Oh, okay.
Dude, what had happened was.
Oh, we already pulled over. That's why.
Next time.
Wait, there's going to be a next time?
What happened?
Wait, what's going on? Same bad channel? Same bad time?
I blacked out. What happened?
What had happened was. Yeah,
What's high score? Is that bad?
I know. Hey, I'm all early. I'm the first one here. Aren't you proud of me?
What's calculus?
Yeah, no, it's without failure. I swear, yeah, without like, dude, we ourselves are so impeccable. We literally have like internal clocks that set us to everything else, and it's like, so as soon as you question it, it's just like, wait, what just happened? It's like, bro,
where are we?
Look at the clock, man. Look what time it is.
That's why.
Yeah, it's time to get going, is what it is. That's what had happened was.
It's not late.
Nah, it's early.
It's early.
Early.
And I'm still standing. Oh.
Dude, didn't we start like this conversation with like dad jokes or some shit?
Here's to the dad conversations.
Dude, you know what? To all the dads and the moms and the grandpas and the grandmas and the aunts and the uncles and the cousins and the nieces and the nephews and the neighbors and your fellow community members. You know what I mean? Like, to everybody that actually cares.
No, but to kids asking their parents about why is the sky blue? Why is water wet? Dude,
you're just over here quoting Wu-Tang tonight is what you're doing. Come on, man. Dude, this is what you're doing.
Let me be. I just do that. I'm sorry.
Don't even play that game. I know what time it is. Like, I don't know some shit or something. I know you. I know you very well. Known you for over 30 years. Dude, stop quoting. This is not Wu-Tang hour. We've had the Wu-Tang. Actually, we've had a couple of Wu-Tang conversations.
It's all good.
Maybe we should have like a Wu-Tang night. I'll get us some of the Wu-Tang beers. We'll get like some Wu-Tang in the background. Maybe I'll get like some Wu candles. Set the ambiance.
Some chambers.
I'll get 36 chambers for us to sit in.
36 chambers for us to sit in.
Because, what else are you going to do with a chamber?
Like, maybe you could make a board full of conclusions
that you could
jump to.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yes, you are.
All right. Well, as always, yeah. As the antics truly start to ensue, it's when we got to like close it up, which means we're gonna let you know, hey, continue the conversation with us. Like, reach out for real, for real. We really want you to. We really appreciate you all. You can hit us up at ITY. Man, it's just ITY. I'm telling you, at directionsofmusic.org. There's an S on directions. And then we got my man over here, Gemini.
Gemini, Gemini.
Gemini.
Directionsofmusic.org.
So you still get to be the robot. I am a robot. Yeah, and Philly D at directionsofmusic.org. This is I'm telling you, I'm Philly D.
Mr. Gemini.
JD.
Yeah, and that's be good to yourself and be good to everyone else, fam. Love you.
Much love.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace.